Welcome back to Vision of Victory. Your friend Ricardo Vaca, and today's special guest is Erica. America with Erica, right?
This is America with Erica.
Okay,
Yes,
okay, there you go.
that's me.
Thank you for being here. Honestly, thank you,
Of
thank you, thank
course.
you.
Thank you for having me.
Right.
I'm excited. Yeah.
And so Erica, you're not just reviewing food. You're shaping how people see LA, how they see Latino culture, and how they see themselves today. I want to break down the vision behind the movement that you're creating. So, when did you realize that food wasn't just food for you, and it was a mission, a voice, and a platform?
So I've always been, like surrounded by food and the culture and things like that. Like growing up, my dad would he would always be the guy to make carnitas at a party and
Oh, nice.
just have that special experience.
Yeah.
So, kind of when I was getting into my career, I was seeing like all the food scene on Instagram and TikTok and
Yeah,
everything blow
yeah.
up. And I realized like I was just kind of feeling like there wasn't enough representation where I wanted it to be for Latinas and
Yeah.
Latino culture.
Okay.
And I decided, okay, what if there was a Latina who had a food show?
Yeah.
You think about Food Network, you think about any food show on Netflix you see, who's the
Yeah.
host? They're not, we're not seeing our people represent
Yeah,
our
yeah,
dishes.
yeah.
So that's kind of what I tried to, that's kind of what inspired me to like create my account. And
Okay.
kind of like my vision was to like just build more representation and build kind of like a better platform for Latinas and Latinos to kind of feel comfortable and representation pretty much.
Yeah, yeah. So you felt like there was lack in our culture. So, do you have anyone that inspires you right now, or that inspired you to do that? Like any certain like influencer now, or someone that's doing it?
I would say maybe, okay, so let me backtrack a little. When I was 16, I used to watch Vice, like Viceland. Are you
Oh
familiar
yeah,
with the channel? Like,
yeah,
they're
yeah,
like, they do kind of like documentary style content and things like
yeah.
that. And there was a show on there, it was called Huang's World. And it's a chef, his name is Eddie Huang. And he would kind of represent like his culture, so like Asian culture and like
Yeah.
dishes like that. And
Okay.
he kind of put like a more creative spin to his show and how he kind of presented different cultures and how people just interact and things like that. So I remember I was 16 and I was watching the show and I was like, okay, this is what I want to do.
Yeah. Okay.
And so when I started to build my platform, I was like, okay, like I could do something like this, but for Latinos, I could be kind of like the voice of reason. So
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, what was the exact moment that you said, I'm going to represent LA food and Latin culture and actually put a camera on it?
So, it was kind of a crazy thing for me. So I graduated college about a year and a half ago.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. I went to Cal Poly Pomona. I studied communication journalism, and
Okay.
like I said, I always kind of knew that I wanted to do something to get me towards kind of like the Viceland
Yeah.
style.
So does that help with like your content creation and the way you
Yes.
speak and stuff, or?
Definitely. So in that major, we would do a lot of journalism,
Oh,
a lot of
okay,
video
okay.
video
Nice. Yeah.
journalism. So I kind of like had experience in like writing articles,
Yeah.
and I always kind of tried to take the video side of it.
Okay.
But yeah, so pretty much after I graduated college, I decided, okay, I go to food spots all the time,
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah.
Let me just try this out. What could hurt? Either way, I can try to make something of this.
Yeah.
And so I just started posting with not really knowing what was going to happen in the end.
Yeah.
I started from zero. I had 0 followers. I
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
just me, my phone. Eventually I got a mic, but it was just pretty much me and my phone. Yeah. So yeah, I just kind of started from there. And at the time I was working at Starbucks, and I had, after 6 years of working there, never got in trouble, never nothing. I had gotten fired, which
You
it was
got
just,
fired from Starbucks?
yes, it was just insane. It was insane.
After 6 years?
Yeah, 6
Wow.
years. One day, I used to work the morning shift. I would go in at 4 in the morning. So every day. One day I was late after like 5 minutes. 5 minutes late after 6 years of working there. And then like I show up the next day and my boss is like, literally, mind you, it's 4 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm going into work, and she pulls me in the back, and then she's like, yeah, we're gonna have to let you go. And I'm like,
Really?
I was just kind of like, that was just like a turning point for me
Yeah.
because, you know, I didn't know what to do. And so I guess,
So when she told you that, like, what was going through your mind? Like, man, you effing B.
yeah,
Or, like, what were
I
you
was, yeah, I was like, are you joking right now? Like,
Yeah.
you're gonna, you could have done this any other time. 4 a.m, you know, this is like, nobody's even awake right now.
But I don't understand it. It's, you said 6 years.
Yeah.
You've never got in trouble.
Uh-huh.
You were late 5 minutes. How is it that
Yeah.
they just fire you like that? No warning or anything.
Yeah. So my theory is that, I mean, this is my theory. A few people that I worked with, they didn't kind of like the fact that I feel like I just kind of made it known that Starbucks wasn't my life.
Oh, like your,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah.
I guess I didn't like not being my own boss. And so I just didn't consider it like, okay.
I see. So were you speaking to your coworkers, like, your vision, like, oh, this is not my forever thing?
Mm-hmm.
Is that
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So I would come into work, you know, do what I did. I was very friendly to all the customers and things like that, but I just kind of made it known, like, hey, I'm not planning to be here for 4 or 5, 6 more years, you know?
Yeah.
I just did it for, you know, college and high school. But I just kind of made it really firm that, you know, this is not my vision. It's not what I wanted to do permanently. And so I think at the time, it was really catastrophic for me because I was like, oh my gosh, like, what am I going to do, you know?
Yeah, because it's just like...
This is my livelihood. I have to pay my bills. I'm in college and things like that. But I think that's one of the really powerful moments for me because after that, it kind of like hit a switch and I started to like have all that time and all the energy that I was really being drained of to put into what I really, like what my purpose was.
Yeah. That's
so I
awesome.
think it was really helpful.
Yeah. Well, shout out to Starbucks for doing that. 'Cause then you wouldn't be here.
Exactly.
But what misconception about Latina creators bothers you the most, and how are you actively breaking the stereotype?
So definitely a big one that I see a lot is like that a lot of Latina creators are always talking about kind of just like they're always talking about gossip or relationships or chisme or things like that.
Yeah.
And it's like never really anything of substance. And I think a big misconception is that a lot of Latinas are undereducated, I think, maybe. And I think for me, I try to, you know, implement different things like I try to kind of base my content on real substance and highlight people's stories, amplify families, businesses, and things like that. So, you know, I'm not saying that I'm the most perfect, you know, stereotype ever, but I for sure think that there are a lot of like creators who just kind of do things to be viral or get.
I see. So that's actually great. Like, so are you in it when in the beginning or even now? Like, are you in it more for yourself or are you in it for you see a business that's great but they don't really have traction? Like, are you in it for I want the views, I want the virality, or I want this business to boom because I'm gonna come here and give them my platform?
Yeah. So for me, I think at the end of the day, it's not about kind of how much money you make or, you know, all that. I think it's about how many people you impact at the end of the day because when everything's said and done and, you know, it's time to go to heaven, you know, it's like, what do you really have? Do you have all that money that you thought you were going to make? Do you have all these things that you obsessed over? No, you have the amount of people that you impacted. And so that's kind of what I try to, you know, keep in the back of my mind and keep in the forefront is that, you know, a lot of people do need help and a lot of people do kind of just, maybe they do have a good product, but they need some sort of push, some sort of guidance. And I think
a good platform like yours.
And I think at the end of the day, like I said, it's about the impact. And, you know, one of my mentors told me a long time ago, he kind of just said, you know, a lot of people who are successful and things like that, yeah, maybe they're successful and they don't help people, but they have a illness or something, or they end up with like, some sort of, I don't know, something
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's like, it's just remember, it's all about the impact. So,
Yeah, for sure. That's huge. And is your mentor, is he still your mentor right now?
Yes. He's actually my old professor. So,
Oh, okay, nice. Okay, awesome. And what's something that people don't understand about the business side of food content creation?
I would say it is very tedious. A lot of people think that I'm just kind of recording and I'm just, I'm just recording just to record, and
Yeah.
I just want to eat some food and record and that's it. But
Yeah.
I think if people really seen the process of what it really takes to, okay, you got to get there, you have to record, that's a whole hour, 2 hours, depending
Yeah.
on the food. And you have to take steps to like, okay, let me record this part and this part and this part. And then once you're finished, where the real work starts is you have to edit for me, I'll edit one video, takes me like 2, 3, 4 hours.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a lot. And I think a lot of people just have a negative connotation towards influencers because,
Yeah.
a lot of people do try to take advantage and try to just get free things and, just try to make money off of it.
Yeah.
And for me, it's more, it is hard, not hard work, but tedious.
Yeah.
It's very tedious.
Yeah.
And
Time consuming. Yeah, definitely.
I do put a lot of effort and strategy, and it's like I said, it starts with editing, recording, and even before that, the research. You got to look at what dishes are going to be best, or how it's going to affect the algorithm, and how you're going to be able to boost this business higher, how your script's going to be, things like that. So
okay, so you work with scripts. Okay, nice. And well, back to when you first started with your phone and you eventually got a mic. So how were you feeling? Like, were you having like second thoughts? Were you embarrassed? Like, oh no, like I'm cringing at myself, or I'm gonna delete this. I'm not gonna post that. Like, what was the process at that time?
Yes, so for sure. I mean, I feel like everyone goes through those moments of feeling like, oh my gosh, like I'm really doing this, I'm putting myself out there like that, and I don't know if it's gonna succeed. But for me, I feel like I just kind of did it, and I didn't, like I said, I didn't know if it was gonna be good or not. I just said, whatever, let's do it, and let's go forward because there's no other way. I think, for me, I think in my mind, I knew that the only way for me is to go forward.
Yeah.
So I kind of use that as like, kind of like a leverage. It is cringy at first, and you think, oh my gosh, like, I'm just recording with my phone, and what if I'm not doing it right? But at the end of the day, I kind of let myself try it out.
And then there's I know you do a different style, but there's also a style called mukbang. Did you ever try that?
I haven't. No, I haven't. I've been kind of debating whether I wanted to soon, and just because it looks like a lot of people enjoy watching it. I mean, personally,
Honestly, I get stuck watching it sometimes. Like, man, these people make it look good.
Yes, they do. They do. I have a few mutual friends on Instagram. They do that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, the food looks so good.
And so is the food always good?
Okay.
And what happens when it's not?
Okay, so when I first started, I was just going to these restaurants like I usually would. They wouldn't invite me. I would just go, and I would just give my opinion. And obviously, it wouldn't be like I'm bashing the restaurant. It's just kind of like constructive criticism. There have been a few times when I first started that I didn't necessarily like what I ate, and I still had the video, so I just posted it. But I just kind of, like I said, gave a little bit of constructive criticism, and not necessarily like something. I wasn't saying like, oh, this food is disgusting or whatever.
Don't come here.
Yeah. There was a time where I did eat some food and I got sick. I got really sick the next day. And so I don't think I even posted that video.
Is this like a restaurant or like a street vendor?
It was a restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. I'm not going to say, but yeah. It was a restaurant. And
you posted that video?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't. Yeah. Didn't. Because
have you ever posted a video where they kind of like contact you like, hey, like, can you take it down? Like, I don't like what you said or whatever.
No, never,
Okay.
never. Because I try to keep it,
Neutral.
yeah,
Yeah.
neutral.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And have you ever had a moment where you wanted to quit, or and if you did, what made you push through that?
Hmm. Yeah, so I've had a lot of moments where you feel imposter syndrome. You feel like, oh my
Mm.
gosh, like, I just feel like what I'm doing isn't enough,
Yeah.
or,
Yeah.
there are moments where I feel like, oh my gosh, like, a lot of people are way further than me, and
I
I've been
see.
doing this consistently. Why aren't I at this point or at this
Mm-hmm.
point? But, um, yeah, I just feel like sometimes, in the past I posted some videos and I got, you get hate comments, that's
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you just kind of read them sometimes and you feel like, oh, like what if I
Yeah.
just don't do this anymore? I wouldn't have to deal with this.
Yeah.
But I think about it, and I think about it kind of like overall, and I just think like those people are just, at the end of the day, I'm not the one spending my time commenting on Instagram. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I just kind of take it with a grain of salt, and I kind of use it to push me forward.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, there's always negative people. Like,
Yes.
no matter what, no
Yes.
matter, you can be good, and they're just like they like it, but they just that one person. They're like, nah, I'm just gonna be that one person that
Yes.
puts something negative just for the F
Yes.
of it.
Exactly.
And that's what sucks because, I mean, that can really make or break somebody. Like, if
Mhm.
you're not strong enough and
Mhm.
if you don't have the will, then it can really break someone, which
Mhm.
is unfortunate.
Exactly.
How do you deal with how do you deal with negative comments, and
Mhm.
especially when they target your identity or culture?
Mhm. Yeah, definitely. So, when I try not to read all of them. I mean, at the beginning, I would read some, and a lot of them it's just kind of like just commenting on my appearance, or
Mm.
just because I'm a woman, I feel like sometimes it's more like I feel like sometimes it's more sexualized, like
Oh, I see what
type
you're
of
saying.
comments.
Yeah.
And I try to not to put any energy into it, just because it's a lot. If you read all of them and you kind of like
Yeah.
just are overwhelmed with all these comments, it's
Mhm.
like, ugh, it drains your energy for
Yeah.
sure. But I try just to like just ignore it, and try to understand that people like that who spend their time doing that are
Mhm.
probably not spending time doing the things that I'm doing. So I just kind
Yeah.
of take it with a grain of salt, and
Yeah.
that's pretty much it.
Has
Like,
there ever been that one comment that really just stuck with you and like irks you like
yeah.
till this day?
I yes, actually yes.
Can you share that with us?
Yeah. Yes. So I'm I've always been really insecure about my nose. And one time, I don't remember even why. Like I said, I didn't say anything wrong, or
Yeah.
it was just like a food video. And
Okay.
some guy, he commented like, I forgot what he said, something like toucan nose or something like that. And I was like, oh my God. No, I just remember
Yeah.
that forever. And I'm like, oh, like it just irks me. Like,
Damn.
yeah.
These people are cruel, man. I'm telling
Yeah.
you. The internet's crazy. And it's
For
probably like
sure.
some freaking little kid
Yes.
commenting that or
Yes.
something.
Exactly.
But let's see. If you had if you had $1 million to elevate Latino food creators,
Mhm.
what's the first move that you'd make?
Mhm. I think I had an idea the other day,
Oh, okay.
and um, I think it would be a good kind of like thing to do is like, let's say I started a show and it was kind of like, how they do like lottery homes for people or things like
Okay,
that.
yeah.
But instead of like giving people homes, like you go to like restaurant owners or business owners that
Mhm.
are struggling, and you're like,
Okay.
hey, like, what's one thing that could help you elevate your business right now? Instead of giving them like $5,000 or
Yeah,
$10,000,
yeah.
okay, what's something that you need in your business that's going to generate you more money or things like that?
Okay.
So I think maybe if I had a large amount of money, I think I would do
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that,
Yeah.
just kind of giving back
Mhm.
and trying to help like people make more
Yeah, yeah.
and kind of
I mean, you're kind of doing that right now.
Mhm.
Kind of like you
Mhm.
show up with your platform, and
Mhm.
I believe after you go, people are gonna show up, right?
Mhm.
Has there ever been
Mhm.
someone where they call you back like, "Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Like, I have a lot more customers now because of you." And
Mhm.
have you had
Yes.
have you had those moments?
Yes, for sure. I mean, it's crazy to say, just because the first time I didn't have that many followers. I had
Mhm.
like, I don't know, 4,000 followers or
Yeah.
something like that. And I I did it. It was shout out to Mikey's Burgers in La Puente.
Okay.
He's a small burger stand.
Mm-hmm.
He posts up during the weekdays in front of Nogales High School.
Okay.
And great smash burgers, really good. So I showed up, made a video, and the video just kind of like blew up.
Okay. Nice.
People were commenting. They're like, "Oh my gosh, I've lived in La Puente for
Yeah.
my entire life. I've never been here. Like, thank you. This is so amazing." And so he, like, every time I see him, he's like, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Like, I sold out for like a week or something like that." So those moments, I think, just kind of remind me why I really do what I do.
Yeah.
And kind of just motivate me to keep going forward and keep doing the work that I do, because it's rewarding. It's rewarding to help people,
Yeah. Definitely.
get more sales and build a better foundation.
Yeah. It's awesome. And what's the long-term vision for you? This is America with Erica. What does the next 5 years look like for you?
Yes. So I have a lot of ideas in my head. Like I just shared with you, one of them, like things like that. But going into everything, like when I started my account, like I said, I had that vision in mind of this kind of Viceland style content. So that's why I put my username as my username. This is America with Erica.
Yeah.
So
And it's catchy. I like it. It's cool.
Eventually one day, I'll have a show called This is America with Erica, and we'll go, around the world showing people about different cultures and food and things like that. Just kind of, that's kind of always been my end goal. So anything that can kind of lead me that way, I think will be really rewarding for me. And it doesn't have to be food. I mean, necessarily, I kind of want to venture out into just cultural things.
Okay.
I used to be before, when I was a little bit younger, I worked on my own documentary called what lowriding means to the Chicano community. So
nice.
kind of just like lowriders and the stereotypes and things like that. And
did you ever publish that on YouTube or anything?
No, I never did, because I'm not finished. I mean, it's kind of like a long-term, big, giant project.
Awesome. Can't wait to see it.
I just kind of, I started when I was really young, and I just did it on my phone. So, I eventually want to finish and kind of branch out and things like that. So that's kind of my end goal.
Okay, awesome. And well, back to smash burgers real quick. Do you like a good smash burger or just like a regular burger?
I love a good smash burger. I do. I really do, because the patty's thin and crispy. It's just like, I don't know. It just gives it a different dynamic of flavor. And I don't know. I mean, I do like the double smash burgers though, just because they're thicker.
Okay.
But yeah, I love a good smash burger.
Okay.
If you haven't been to Mikey's Burgers in La Puente, you should try it.
I haven't.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna check it out.
For sure.
But what's the most meaningful reaction someone has given you because of your platform?
That's a hard one. I'm trying to think. I think just kind of like I mentioned earlier, is just hearing people say, thank you so much for your help. Like, we sold out in a day or 2 days or a week or things like that. And just hearing them, share that with me, and just kind of knowing that, my little video helped their business and helped, maybe them be more comfortable for the week or the month, or, in sales and things like that. So I think just in terms of that, that's the biggest reward for me.
Okay. And what moment made you realize that, I'm representing more people than I thought? Do you tell yourself that?
Sometimes, yeah. I think, it's like I said earlier, the imposter syndrome. Like, for sure, you still think like, oh my gosh, I'm just an ant in a giant world, But I think, when people, like, for example, I don't know, maybe 2-3 weeks ago, I got my first brand collab, and I'm like, oh my gosh, congrats. Like, thank you. I was like, I didn't even know, like, I was reaching that wide of an audience.
Yeah.
And I think also before, another moment, I was like, oh my gosh, really, like, Mario Lopez, he liked one of my videos.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, wow, like, you know, my content is kind of
Yeah.
reaching bigger platforms.
Maybe you guys could even do one review together one day, huh? Because
Hopefully.
I think I've seen him do that.
Yeah.
He'll do some reviews with somebody.
Yeah, yeah, for
That'd be
sure.
cool. Definitely reach out to him. Huh? That'd be
Yes,
cool.
Mario Lopez. He actually, after he liked my video, he went to go try the same place that I did the video
Oh,
for.
dang.
Yeah. Yes.
So he probably went because of your video.
Yes.
Huh? So
Yes.
they're like, hey, I noticed that you went to that place. Like, do you want to collab or what's
Yes,
up?
exactly. So
That'll be cool.
Mario
Yeah.
Lopez, if you see this, let's collab.
Yeah. We'll cut this up and send it to him.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, is there like a dream celebrity or someone, influencer that you want to collab with?
I would say that's a hard one. Yeah, maybe I'd have to think about it. Yeah, there are a lot of people in my brain I feel like to collab with in terms of maybe just like I kind of mentioned earlier, Eddie Huang. He was really
Okay.
inspirational for me when it
Yeah.
came to like food content and kind of like the style and things like that. So maybe him one day.
Okay. Yeah.
But I have to think really hard about that one.
For sure. Well, Mario Lopez. One
Yeah,
of them, right?
Mario Lopez also too.
So was there ever a time where you felt not enough as a creator, and how did you overcome that?
For sure. I think there are moments when you kind of just question like, oh, am I editing good enough? Or, you know, is that like even good enough to be posted? Or
Yeah.
there are so many other creators out there who are 10 times better than you.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think just kind of bringing yourself back to that position of just looking at everything from like the ground up and saying like, okay, you know, like the only person you can compare yourself to is yourself, because that's the only person who's going to be able to help you move forward and things like that. So, yeah, I just think in those moments, just kind of shifting my focus to like, oh my gosh, am I not good enough? But just saying, okay, what can I do to make myself better?
Okay.
Or what can I learn to make myself, you know,
that's a good mindset.
elevate?
Yeah. That's what, like, when you're talking about imposter syndrome, I have that all the time, and especially in the beginning. Well, I just started in January. I started doing this, and I'm not a very good speaker. I'm introvert, but I was feeling that imposter syndrome, so I was looking it up. I was talking to ChatGPT. I'm like, dude, like, what is imposter syndrome, right? But then I started realizing that imposter syndrome is you're not that good yet. That's the key word though. So I think like if like I came to realization that I wasn't that good yet, and I'm still not that good, but it keeps me going and learning, reading and just learning from everybody, which is why I interview visionaries, entrepreneurs, leaders, and people doing things, and I learn from them. So imposter syndrome for me is you're just not that good yet.
Exactly.
But yeah, man, that's
sure.
really good.
Yeah, definitely. I think like a lot of people like just kind of get caught up in the fact that like, I have to be the smartest, I have to be the fastest, I have to have the best, I have to do this. No, you just have to be the one to like be willing enough to take that extra step.
Yeah,
to
and
take that
especially
risk.
with content creation, you're like, it's about views, right? Let's be real. It's about views. It's about likes, shares, and it could be hard, like if your stuff is not getting viewed or liked, and but you just got to keep going.
Exactly. For sure, there was many times like where views were down or likes were down, or I posted a video and it just kind of the views went down a lot. And I think if I was just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna quit. I mean, imagine if I did that, I wouldn't be where I am today. And I think
for
just
sure.
having that will to like take the risk
Yeah.
and understand that it's not always gonna be where you want it to be, but eventually it will.
Yeah, for sure. And what part of your upbringing shaped you the most as a storyteller?
Definitely, I think for sure, my upbringing. I grew up in a two-parent household. My parents were really like supportive of me,
Nice.
and my dad he always kind of told us to be confident and
Okay.
kind of like helped us like, have a voice and speak up and things
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. So I think just him implementing that in me kind of allowed me to have that confidence that I have now and
Mm-hmm.
not be scared to like, talk to different people or just put myself out there or take some risks and things like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I think for sure that like helped me a lot flourish in, college or content or
Yeah.
things like that. So I think, that shaped me a lot.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. And what's one LA food spot you think is overrated, but everyone is scared to admit it?
Okay. Um, that's a hard one. I have to think about. Can I come back to it?
Yeah, yeah, for sure,
Okay.
for sure.
Okay.
Or maybe you don't want to put that out because you're gonna get backlash, or but I don't know. It's up to you.
I
If
get
you
hate
got one,
anyways.
share it with us.
Yes.
You don't have to. It's
No,
all good.
I will. I have to think about it. I'm sure there's many.
All right. So if you could choose just one,
Mhm.
it would be tacos or burritos. Which one? Actually, which one represents LA more?
Okay. I feel like definitely tacos.
Tacos.
Uh-huh. Just because there are tacos everywhere. It's like you look this way, you look that way, there's a taco spot. I mean, not that that is what represents LA, but I think for sure like just tacos all the way. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know. Just
yeah.
the you know.
And what food trend needs to die in 2025?
Ooh. Uh, I don't know. That's
A
a hard
smash
one.
burger?
Yeah, smash burger. No, I think for me, I think there needs to be kind of like more wider variety. So maybe that doesn't really answer your question, but I think just kind of like
Because everyone's bringing out the fried chicken sandwiches, the
Yeah.
smash burgers.
yes,
But I mean, I'm okay with it. I like trying all of them.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I like trying food, and
hmm
not all of them are good, but they're not bad.
hmm
But
hmm
because I always see in the comments like, oh, another fried chicken spot, another
Yeah.
smash burger spot.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think just like having a broader variety of things.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, for sure.
I
Yeah.
think more niche
Mhm.
food spots. I
Okay,
think.
okay. What's one local mom and pop spot that deserves way more recognition?
Ooh, that's a great question. Like a food spot or a dessert, cause
Yeah, food or dessert, I would say, yeah.
okay, wow, that's hard because I know so many. Um, I have to come back to that one too. I'm not sure.
For sure, no worries, no
Okay.
worries.
hmm
And well, let's talk about like food culture and Latina creator stuff.
Uh-huh.
What does it mean to you to be a Latina, showing America a different side of our culture?
hmm For sure, I think it means a lot. It represents a lot, and I hold a lot of just kind of I won't say power, but just kind of like it means a lot for the culture for
Yeah.
sure because like I said earlier, it's kind of like we're trained to think that like one thing is normal when
Yeah, yeah.
there could be this other side to it. So like, you see on Netflix, you see on Food Network, you see on all the major platforms or shows or things like that. You don't see a Latina representing Latina culture or the food or you open Instagram, you see TikToks and they're like, come with me to get al pastor or something like that. It's like come with me to get it's like you see all these things and I'm like, okay, I mean, why can't I do that?
Oh man,
Yeah.
that actually brought me back. I was getting so much from people that I know because I did a podcast with a good friend. He owns a burrito spot. He just started, and I said tamales, but because we don't speak Spanish, so I if you talk Spanish, I'm gonna talk Spanish. So I was kind of matching the vibe.
Yeah.
So I said tamales, and I didn't realize, and then I resaw the episode, and I was like, oh my gosh, and sure enough, everyone was like tamales. I was like, I'm sorry, guys. I'm
Yes,
sorry. It's
yes.
tamales, I know, but
Yes.
it just came out that way.
Yes, that happens to me way more often than you would think. Just because, okay, I'm not fluent in Spanish. I'll be honest. I'm not 100% fluent, but I can
Okay.
speak Spanish.
Yeah.
But you know,
Are you no sabo though?
I guess you
Or
would
are you a little
class.
bit better?
I'm better now.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
for sure. In my household, I think my mom, she doesn't speak Spanish either. My
Oh,
dad,
okay, okay.
he speaks Spanish, but like not really in that. We communicate in English, you know.
Okay, okay, yeah.
And his parents, my grandparents, you know, they're from Mexico and stuff like that, but they don't communicate in to my dad or to us in
Okay,
Spanish. We all speak
okay.
English to each
Yeah,
other.
yeah.
So it's like, you know, I feel like there's this negative connotation of no sabo kids that you know, it would be different if my parents were 100% Spanish speakers and I didn't speak Spanish. You know,
Yes,
I think
yeah.
that would be okay, you know, like you need to speak Spanish. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
for me, it's a little bit different. You know, my mom's
Mm.
parents, they don't speak Spanish. My mom
Oh,
doesn't
okay,
speak
okay.
Spanish. So it's like generational, you know, I
Yeah.
think.
What about like your friends or your circle? Do they speak Spanish? Are you speaking Spanish or?
Um, they speak, I'm sure like a lot of my friends, yeah, I think they speak Spanish at home.
Okay.
But like, you know, in terms of like to each other, speak English and things
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Okay.
So I think that's a challenge too when it
Mm.
comes to like me representing Latinas and
Yeah,
Latina
yeah.
culture. Like, I get a lot of hate for saying certain things, like you said earlier, like if you say tamales or if you
Yeah.
say like certain words, and they're like, oh, you're no sabo, and that's
Oh my
you're
gosh.
this, you're that, and I'm like, you know,
Like, hey, well, we're in America, right? It's America with Erica. How do you say
yeah.
it?
You know, I try, you know, I'm learning for
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
always, every day, but I think
Mm-hmm.
it's for sure a challenge to,
Yeah.
you know, uphold the culture, but also, you know, I am not 100% fluent, and,
Yeah, yeah.
you
Yeah,
know.
well, for me, my first language was Spanish.
Mhm,
You know, my mom and dad, they came from Mexico,
mhm,
but and now I don't even talk Spanish that well anymore, and
mhm.
it sucks. I'm like,
Yeah.
I guess because it was one time my cousin was speaking English, and I was like, "Mamá, yo quiero hablar como mi primo,"
Uh-huh.
and she goes, "Okay, okay, we'll start." And from there on out, we're talking English, and now I kind of suck at it.
Yeah, yeah. No,
But yeah, you do forget it.
it's definitely like, I explain to people all the time, it's like a muscle. If you don't use
Yeah,
it
yeah,
every day, it's like you're gonna
yeah.
kind of
You don't
feel,
use it,
yeah,
you lose
lose it for sure.
it.
Yeah.
So what's one dish that instantly reminds you of home?
Uh, for sure, carnitas,
Oh, okay.
because like I mentioned earlier,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
dad, he would be the guy
Mm,
people would always call him, and he would make carnitas for a birthday party or for a baptism, or still to this day, I won't even lie to you guys. I'm not even being biased. You know, a lot of people, they say, oh, you know, you don't make it like how my mom made it, or you don't make it
oh
like
yeah,
this.
yeah.
But genuinely, I have never tried carnitas better than my dad's. Like,
Okay.
really.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I think, I don't know what he does differently or how
Yeah.
his
Have you
recipe.
ever asked them or no? He's like,
Yeah.
sorry, mija, it's a
Yeah.
secret.
No, he tells me, he'll
Yeah.
show me, but I just have to really lock in if I want to learn
Yeah,
one
yeah.
day. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And have you tried anyone that's kind of close to it
Yes.
that you've reviewed?
Yes, I had carnitas El Momo in
Okay.
Monterey Park. Those, like,
They were good.
very close to my dad.
Okay, okay.
Really good.
And if you could take viewers to just one place that defines LA food, where would you be going?
That's a hard one. I'd say maybe a taqueria. I that's hard. It's because there's a lot of places that kind of define LA food, like LA food culture. But anything
It's just
that,
everywhere's so good, huh?
yes,
Like honestly.
like taquerias, or a lot of people say, like, you know, like the little mom and pop, like Lupe's burritos or things like that,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
East LA, like,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Do
think.
you ever notice where someone just put a food restaurant or stand just to make money as to they actually know what they're doing? Do you ever notice that, or do you think about that?
So you know how they have, like, in music industry, they have like industry plants. I feel like sometimes they have like food plants.
Food plants, really?
Like, I think, because I don't know, I've seen a few places
I've
that
never
are,
heard of that. That's interesting.
I don't know, this is kind of just like what I see.
Yeah, yeah.
But like some places that I've like been to, and they're like, they tell me to come and like do a video for them, and they're like supposed to be like a little puesto, like a little like a little stand.
Yeah, yeah.
But they have like all like digital like stuff, and they have all the like
top of the line stuff.
and I'm like, you guys are serving on the street, but you have, digital everything and top of the line everything. And like, I think it's for kind of like to build connection with their audience.
Oh, I see what you're
Kind
saying.
of like, oh, we started from the streets and we're hustling and things like that.
Dang, I've never. That's so crazy. I never thought of it that way.
I'm not sure.
No, it's just a theory. It's just allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Guys. But that's crazy. That's crazy. I never thought of it that way. So like as a food like reviewer, like, or content creator, like how do you earn money doing this? Like did you put a system, or do you have a system in place?
So now that I'm doing it full time, I kind of just started like implementing rates into like people would ask me before, like I started charging, oh, what are your rates? And I'm like, you don't have rates. I'll do it for free.
Yeah.
But then, I started getting like a lot of inquiries, and so I was like, okay, I do value my time, and it takes me a lot of time to edit and a lot of time to record and a lot of time to get to the places I need to get to. Because imagine, I'm driving from West Covina to Burbank, or driving from West Covina to Riverside, or places like that. So I'm like, okay, let me find a way to like do this, but make it so that it evens out for me. I'm not trying to capitalize and make crazy money, but just trying to make it so like it's fair, and so I value my time.
You can continue doing it, right?
Exactly. So I just charge like a rate per video. So people would ask me, hey, like, can you come out and do a video for me? I'm like, okay, yes, here's my rate. It includes.
How did you calculate like how much you should charge, or where do you get those numbers from?
So I kind of like use like ChatGPT almost. I just, for me, I'm, barely starting. I'm new to all this. So like anything that I can learn helps. So I use ChatGPT like, hey, like, what's a standard rate that I should charge? Because if I do X amount of hours and this amount of work, and it includes this, and this, would a reasonable price be?
I see.
And so I kind of base it off that.
And do you ever get tipped by the business? Like, say it does really well, like, do they ever come back and tip you, or like, hey, thank you so much, or just?
I don't think that's ever happened ever. But more so like, if I go back to that place, they'll give me free food, or they'll be like, hey, like, anytime you want to come back, free food.
It's you mentioned that I've been seeing a lot of videos on TikTok about some food reviewers that like go bash the place just to like get free food. Like, what do you think about that going on?
Is
that like a thing or no?
I think I've seen a few like that. Yeah, like a lot of people like try to just, they want to get free food, and then I think that one girl, I don't know where it was, some others.
It was a viral video that she did a bad review. Well, actually, if you want to talk about it, she built up her bill to $200, never did the video until they reached out to her.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she did like, I don't remember what it was, but she kind of like racked up the bill, and like she didn't upload the video until the restaurant actually reached out to her.
That's so sad.
I think that, at that point, it's like you're just trying to take advantage of people, and
exactly.
I think it comes like it's gonna come back to you at the end of the day. Like,
and if you have a pretty big platform, like, you can really break that business, huh? Have you ever seen that, or no? Like a bad review?
I like personally in the area, or like from my audience, I've never seen it. Thankfully, that's a good thing. But I think that could be like make or break for a lot of people. I know recently, maybe in the last year, the only one that I did see was like a business I won't say the name of the business, but I'm sure if whoever's hearing this is going to know who I'm talking about. They're in Downey, and a lot of people were, every time I see them on TikTok now, like they're kind of getting outed for being Trump supporters. And like,
I know what you're talking about.
Like a video surfaced of them like with the Trump flag and stuff like that. And they're supposed to be a Latino owned business. And it's like, at that point, if you're intentionally doing stuff like that to like, it's kind of,
So we're pretty much like at the end of the pod. Is there any advice that you can give to anyone that's looking into being a content creator and starting their own journey, like what would you tell them?
For sure. If I was watching this in the beginning of my journey and in the beginning of just starting everything, I think I would mention to people just to, you know, take that risk. Take a risk to, no matter if it's your, you don't have to be perfect the first time. You don't have to get every single thing right. But as long as you start somewhere, as long as you're, taking the risk to like put yourself out there, you're doing a lot more than a lot of people are doing. Because, you think about it now, like a lot of people in this era, a lot of people are consumers. I mean, there's very little percentage of people who actually want to be on camera, who actually are comfortable with being posted online. And it's like, as long as you're putting yourself out there, you're going to succeed. And you keep that in your brain. I think what helped me a lot, and I like to share this with a lot of people just because it kind of drastically changed my mentality, my mindset. A book that I read, it's What to Say When You Talk to Yourself by Shad Helmsletter, I think his name is. Yeah, What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. So it's a book, and it kind of helps you train your brain to kind of get the things that you want in success. And speak life into your goals and positivity and things like that. And I think
definitely gonna check that one out.
A lot of people, whether you know it or not, your brain is always listening and always working for you. And I think, a lot of people in day-to-day life, even myself sometimes, you kind of get caught of like, oh, even saying things like, oh, I'm so dumb, or I'm so forgetful, or I'm just, even if you don't mean it, you just say it. But your brain's listening. And so no matter what, even if you didn't mean it or not, your brain doesn't know that. Your brain is going to make everything possible for whatever you said to happen. So the book kind of talks about just speaking things like, for example, I always said before to myself, even to other people, I will have a show on Vice or something like that. Or when people ask me, oh, what's your goal or what's your vision? I would say eventually my show will be named this or things like that. So just having that power in yourself and your mind and taking the risk, I think for sure is